Okay, guys, we're going to go over the answers. So this is our experiment we did. I counted them up and I found out that there were 50 total total with the time spun. Okay, so if I can see, hey, if we spun a 1 8 times, we did not spin a 1 42 times. So my experimental probability is 42 out of 50. Okay, and then I'd reduce that to 21 out of 25. So for my first one, we should have had 21 out of 25. Okay, check my answer. Good to go. Okay, now the probability of spinning a 1 or a 3, well, there are 8 and 9, so that's 17 total. So that's going to give me 17 out of 50. That cannot be reduced, so that's my answer. Check. Okay, probability of spinning a 7, well, that's impossible. There is no 7, so that's going to have a 0 probability. Check. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and find the probability. They've said I've checked 20 and 3 have at least one cracked egg. Okay, so my experimental probability in my experiment that I conducted, I had 3 cracked out of 20. So we're just going to write it as 3 over 20. Check. Okay, now this one gets a little bit more fun. Okay, so we have to go ahead and say, okay, there is 1, 2, 3 vowels. There are 3 vowels out of 7. Okay, so we want to go ahead and use that probability to find out how many we'd expect out of 105. Okay, I always love finding those patterns. Okay, and I can see that the pattern is times 15. So if I times the top by 15 as well, I'd find out that I would expect to have 45 vowels. You could have also done some cross multiplication there, but 45 vowels is my correct answer. Okay, let's get rid of so. Okay, so we have 20 thank you cards. If you pick the 4 cards, so how many would we expect to have flowers on them? Well, so in this one, we're saying, hey, we got 1/4 of these would be flowers. So 1 out of 4 of our experiment have them. And we want to find out, well, how many out of 20? Okay, so let's just follow that pattern. Let's multiply the bottom by 5, multiply the top by 5, and we'd find out, hey, we're expecting 5 of them to have flowers on them. Okay, now we're on the theoretical probability. What should happen? Okay, if we look at what should happen, the probability of spinning red, well, we can see there are 2 reds out of 6 totals, so 2 out of 6. And then we're going to reduce that to 1 out of 3. Oops, not 13. 1. Let's get to the bottom. 1/3 is our experimental probability. Our theoretical. That's what should happen. The theoretical probability of doing a 1, well, there's only 1 of them out of 6 totals. So in theory, 1 time out of every 6, we should get a 1. Okay, the theoretical of an odd number, well, there are 1, 2, 3 odd numbers out of 6 totals. So that would be 3 out of 6, which would reduce to 1 out of 2. Let's check that answer. We're good. Okay, the theoretical probability of multiple of 2, well, 2, 4, and 6 are the multiples. So they're 3 out of 6, which once again reduces to 1 out of 2. Good with that. Okay, the theoretical probability of spinning something less than 7, well, they're all less than 7, so we have 100% chance or a whole chance of doing that. And I think that was my last question. Okay, so hopefully you guys did all right on the homework, and we will talk to you guys again tomorrow.